Hey guys, it's Kat. It's been a long time since I last sat down with you and talked about this subject, and what's this subject? Well, look at the title. It's another episode of the top 10 reasons to love that character, and what character is that? Well, it's Touka Kirishima from Tokyo Ghoul. Let's begin, guys! Let's begin! Hello everybody, my name is Kachi and welcome back to Miss Cat Squad. Today we are going to do another episode of the top 10 reasons to love that character. This little girl right here. This little girl right here. This little precious little bean right here. Okay, she's falling. Right here, Touka Kirishima from As you guys can tell by this channel, I am a huge fan of Tokyo Ghoul for many, many reasons. And one day I'm probably going to make a video of why I love Tokyo Ghoul so much and why you should too. Maybe I'll be convincing for once in my life. Number 10. Despite all Touka's angst with Ayato, she makes a pretty good big sister. Now, okay, I'm a big sister myself, and when I see types of big sister characters, I'm always like, yo, I'll relate to you, girl. Big sisters gotta stick together because we gotta take care of our little sisters or our little brothers. Our little siblings, we must take care of them and make sure they are okay and everything's fine and they need some hugs. And you know what? Despite all their angst, despite everything that they have been through, Touka seriously loves Ayato. And yes, this video will contain heavy spoilers. Spoilers that if you haven't been caught up already, feel free to pause this video now and catch up, because you know what? There are reasons why you need to catch up, because I may be the one that spoils you, and I don't want to be the one that spoils you. Her and Ayato have been through a lot together. I mean, they lost their parents, but not even that. Their struggle with surviving as ghouls. Touka pretended to be human, while Ayato just went off with the ghouls. So they are complete opposites. Yes, they are complete opposites, but if you think about it, they do have a certain love for each other as siblings. And despite everything that they've been through, despite all the fights they've been through, despite everything that you guys have seen throughout the series. I mean, do you remember that fight that they had? Where Ayato was basically tearing off her KAGUNE and just saying like, yo, I'm gonna kill you right now. But if you go back and you read the context of it, you'll see that the little kid, he was like 14 at the time, he was just an angsty little teenager saying, yo, I'm rogue now, I'm gonna go and join up with these ghouls because I'm cool. After all that, after all the battles, after everything, they finally understand each other, and they're on great terms in Reed. So in the beginning, when Ayato was first introduced, you see how Touka did care about him. She was all like that type of big sister type thing. Why are you going rogue? Why are you here? Why are you joining up with these people? I wish I could do something. Was it my fault? And that's what goes through big siblings' mind, thinking that maybe there could have been something else we could have done as somebody who should have been a role model, who could have helped them through this. Alright, so number 9 is a given. I don't care if you hate Touka. I don't care if anything's going on there that you were like so against Touka, but no, you have to admit this. Number 9 is Touka is a complete and utter badass. Now, okay, let's just think about this for a second. Do you see how Touka fights? Do you see how she goes into those fights and literally it's like her KAGUNE comes out and it's like boom, even when she had one wing, it was just like boom, I'm gonna fight you, I don't care. She doesn't back down. She's a complete and utter badass, and you guys know that I love strong female characters. I love badass female characters. She will fight you. She will not give up. If you are hurting somebody this girl loves, she will fight you. Yes, she has fears. We all have fears. Despite ghoul or human, you got fears. So I don't care what you are out there. You literally, everyone has types of fears. And yes, Touka does have her set of fears. But even that, she overcomes them. And she attacks. And she kills. And she goes out there just to protect everyone she loves. Those who are weaker than her. Here she is to show this utter strength. There are times where everyone shows their weakness. There are times when everyone shows being a coward. There are times when everyone shows being afraid. But literally, despite all that, Touka goes out there and fights. She will fight as a team. She will fight on her own. She will fight for what she believes in. Number 8. So this may be a huge spoiler for you guys, but if you're caught up with Ri, you'll see that Touka does love her family. Now, I was saying about before with Ayato, she is a great big sister, but I'm talking about her parents. Now, alright. I myself do this. When I was reading Ri and I see this, when she did this, I started crying. I should have filmed my reaction when I saw it. If you guys read this part, you'll see that it's extremely relatable if you are like me. Now, Touka loves her parents so much that she carries around a little necklace that represents them, and whenever she looks at it, she thinks of them. relatable. But not even that, emotional. Why? It gave her good luck. It gave her hope. And when she looked at it, she saw her parents' face. She would look at it and think and like hold on to it and probably just remember them and their teachings and what they did. And that's what she did. She literally was like, okay. And then she gave it to KANEKI, meaning like, yo, hey, you're important to me. So here's this necklace. I'm giving it to you to give you good luck. But it is so beautiful. If you think about it, she carries this necklace around to remember them, to resemble them, to take them everywhere with her. So they're always on her mind. They're always in her memory. And that is not, despite her being a ghoul, that makes her pretty much human. That makes her pretty much human and gives her so much heart. And yes, Touka has a lot of heart, but that just proved it to me that she is so into her family. She is so into dedicating to them. She's so into protecting them, but she's also so into keeping their memory alive and carrying out what is important to her and also to people that she loves. And she will pass down their memory from no matter what generation it is. She will carry that necklace around. Even though she just gave it to KANEKI, she will still carry that necklace around, and she gave it to him because he's very important to her. Number 7. Now, okay, this is another given. Touka is cute. Touka is adorable, but not just with her appearance, not just anything, but her personality. Touka's personality is so adorable because she has like these big reactions to certain things, but also she has small reactions, and she also has these types of snarky remarks. I remember when KANEKI came back and he got his memory back and everything, he went back to Inteku. He was all like, yo, I'm gonna have some coffee now, and they're talking. So they were just sitting there, and she just goes like, she's sitting there like that, she's like, stupid, and she, you know, you could tell that she does like KANEKI even then, and she's all like, again, those snarky remarks, but Touka has a ton of snarky remarks. Even back then, you remember when her and KANEKI had to dress up and they had to break in to get past the RC scanner? Well, literally, that was so adorable, like their outfits and everything, and it's like, wow, these two dorks did something that I'm crying about. Just how her personality is and her structure as a character, you can see what sets her off. Her and Nishiki, when they go at each other, her and Tsukiyama, her friends, she has different reactions to each and every one of them, and that brings out her personality. So those reactions I always find adorable, because it's like, yo, Touka, I'm gonna say something that offends you, and she either gets all like, duh, or she gets all like, I'm gonna kill you, or... Number 6. Okay, so you guys know that I love the type of characters that are hard workers. I also like the characters that are lazy couch potatoes, but there's something about those hard-working characters that I seriously do love and enjoy. So if you've noticed throughout the actually series itself, you can see that Touka's pretty much a hard worker. She is a waitress at Inteku. She also went to school. She hung out with her friends and dealt with their drama. And let's not forget about this. Now she runs her own cafe like the badass that she is. But literally, if you look at Touka, if you look at how she is, she's built up as this hardworking character. Now, I look at her and she's a ghoul. Now, I look at some of the human characters, or I also look at some human characters in other series, and you know, I can't really do that because it's a completely different series, or I look at people in real life, and you see that Touka, compared to all these other characters, she's pretty much a hard worker because she wants to keep her place in this world. She studies for her exams, like that is stressful in itself. And it's very impressive to see her work in this society and fit in, and she's a ghoul. While humans can't even do that. Touka is an ordinary teen when it comes to the first part of Tokyo Ghoul, and Ri too, she's also a young adult who runs this business and makes sure that it is the best it could be, while also dealing with the drama of getting exposed as a ghoul. Number 5. As you guys know, if you see here, it's pretty much a given right here. I'm a shipper, I'm a Touken shipper. Touka brings out the stronger side of KANEKI. And you've seen that throughout the whole series. When they first met, she literally beat him up. When she trained him, she literally beat him up. When he was gone, she beat him up on that bridge. But nowadays, in Ri, you'll see that she has matured a lot. And she's never been clingy. She brings out the stronger side of KANEKI. And it shows that he needs that person. He needs that voice of reason. And she kind of is that voice of reason. When he does something completely, like, not stupid, but kind of reckless, and he just runs out there and almost gets himself killed. I mean, how many times has this boy almost killed himself? I can't even count on these fingers how many times, oh, KANEKI joke, how many times he's actually almost killed himself or gotten killed or had some kind of traumatic event happening. And she's always that person that he either comes back to, or when she comes to him, it's kind of like she says, okay, look, pal, you gotta start caring about yourself. You care about all these other people but yourself. And he needs that person by his side to be like, yo, Wake up, smell the roses. You gotta take breaks sometimes. Just have a freaking cup of coffee. Sit down and just relax. Put your feet up. My God, my man, what are you doing? KANEKI, as you know, he was pretty much strong throughout the series. Like, it was just hidden within him. But you'll see that with Touka, she kind of brings out that stronger side of him. Not physically, but more mentally. She kind of brings out, like, the more emotional side of him, but also the mental side that makes him feel like, oh, I have friends. Oh, I have this person to support me. Oh, I feel loved. She makes him feel loved, and that makes him feel stronger. Because if you have a reason to fight, and a reason to survive, and you're out there and you're like dealing with crap. We've all been through our loads of crap in our lives. I know a lot of you have. But with him, when you have that type of person, any of you guys, you'll notice that everything changes. Touka, as we know, has romantic feelings for KANEKI. Throughout the series, she starts to develop these feelings for him. And again, what I said before, she's not the type of person who is clingy. And being clingy is not good. If you have somebody, again, who's always saying, like, honey, you're doing a good job, but also you have somebody who's literally like, where's my honey? What is he doing right now? Oh my gosh, what's going on? She's not like that. She'll never be like that. That is not her character. That's not who Ishida made her to be. And, you know, if she was like that, KANEKI probably wouldn't know what to do with either himself or her. Because as we see, Mutsuki, in latest chapters, this is a big spoiler, Mutsuki is kind of that clingy type of person who is very clingy to not KANEKI, but Hayase. And how Hayase is not in existence, never really was kind of there, but was just another identity for KANEKI. Yeah, you know, Mutsuki's kind of that type of person that is very clingy and obsessive, but they have their reasons. They have many mental issues that I hope one day Mutsuki gets help. I hope one day that Mutsuki gets the help that they deserve. But yeah, as you guys know, Mutsuki is very clingy, will do insane things to get KANEKI's attention. Well, sorry, Hayase's attention. And that is not Touka. Touka's not that type of person. That's the type of clingy I'm talking about. She's not the type that's gonna be like, honey, let's go on dates all the time. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that. No, she's not like that, and I hope she never will be like that. I doubt it, because Ishida has this type of character that she is, and she's like, yo, you know what, man, I'm cool, we're cool. I mean, we're like kind of like in a relationship, but it's like, yo, you know, we're cool with each other, we're friends first, all right. Well, yeah, you had a job to do, okay, go do it. If you'd be reckless, I'm gonna punch you in the face again. I'm gonna punch you in the face again. But no, she is not Mutsuki type material. Mutsuki type material, that's where clingy goes over the max. Like Mutsuki, they jump hurdles over what clingy should be. Another reason I love Touka is probably another reason why you guys love her is because her KAGUNE kind of, as Eto would say, represents her personality. As an Ukaku, she only had one wing, and it came out from, as you guys know, from here, but it was pretty much awesome. But when she had that character development and she actually had the two wings come out, that was big character development for her. It shows that Touka is kind of like, I don't know, I look at it and it's like when you think of birds and you think of butterflies or anything, you think that they're free and they're flying. And then Touka deserves that type of freedom as being a ghoul. She's been trapped in this human society pretending to be a human all these years. So when I think about her KAGUNE, personally I see it as like, it's kind of like her freedom. Like wings kind of represent freedom. And whenever she has them out, it's kind of like, oh, Touka is free. She's expressing herself as being a ghoul in a human society. And that's why I think it's very like a powerful message, in my personal opinion, basically. But I want to know, who is your guys' favorite KAGUNE? I've always wanted to know, like, who is your favorite ghouls KAGUNE throughout this whole series? Whether it's Eto, KANEKI, Tsukiyama, anybody. Touka's style. There's two types of styles I'm talking about. Now, the way Ishida draws her, that's of course a style. But another is, personally, her character style. Now, you look at her and I'm like, damn, girl. You got some awesome clothes, but not even that. Your hair, I prefer Touka's hair when it is in Ri. When it's like all like, it's like a bob cut, and it's like, boop. It is like, she looks so pretty in it. I love how Ishida gave her her own sense of style. And I would totally wear Touka's clothes. Like, I would totally wear that. I would totally have Touka's hair. I would totally just cosplay as Touka because of her style. Now, like, in the beginning of, like, Tokyo Ghoul, you saw her, like, sense of style because it was, like, more like she'd be in her school uniform. But in Ri, you see, like, different types of clothes that Touka does wear and different how she stylizes her hair. And I know this isn't really important to some people, but to me, personally, I look at it and I'm like, dang. I can relate to her. I love how Ishida's style has matured throughout these years, from Touka being like the little sprout that she was, like, oh, Touka, I want to hug you, to being this beautiful woman that she is today. And you see this development that she still has that type of smile, she still has her type of eyes, and that's all in the type of style that Ishida does have. Like, he captured it, though his style is much more mature now because it matured over time. You still see old Touka. And the last reason why I love Touka, and this is something that I always like to normally talk about on this channel, is because of her amazing character development. Now, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of character development. I'm a huge fan of character-driven stories, and Tokyo Ghoul is that type of story. It's not based, yes, it has an amazing plot, but these characters are the ones that take you through the plot. So when I look at Touka, I'm like, damn, think about where she is today from where she was. Touka went through so much angst in her life. Not only, again, did she lose her parents, not only did her brother kind of just leave her, not only did her life get torn into shreds. We see that we do change over time, but we are the same person. So our personalities and our views on life may change, but we still have certain things that are still ourselves. And just like KANEKI, Touka has had many different versions of herself. Again, from angsty teen to mature adult. As you see from the beginning of Re, she was more mellow, she was more chill, she's more like a different version of herself. And I do prefer that Touka. That I love angsty Touka. I love original angsty Touka. Like, that Touka will always have a special place in my heart. But this Touka, she seems to be more mature, more connected with her life. She sees that she can't always get what she wants. Anyway, guys, those are my top 10 reasons why I love Touka. I would love to know why you love Touka, why you hate Touka, what you think should be better about Touka, anything that you want to add. This is a Touka type discussion. That's funny to say, Touka type discussion. But of course, your opinions always matter on this channel. This is a discussion channel. This is a channel that is never biased. And as always, Miss Cats, until the next video, embrace your inner fangirl and your inner fanboy every single day.